We go now to Worthing, and Mary is on line 2. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Tommy.
Mary.
I was cleaning my teeth and only half listening to you, just turning on the radio. Were you advocating that people should have sex if they want it, whether they're married or not, just for the sheer hell of it?
Well,
was that your message?
No, I put it better than that, but...
Well, that was the meaning that came over.
Yeah.
And you said it was to satisfy your animalistic instinct.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you better than an animal?
No, sir. Which animal are you better than?
Well, I reason. I have reasoning powers, and I think you should live
a more
ethical life. And also, you say it doesn't harm anybody.
When you say
Let me say my piece, Tommy.
No, I won't. No, because... Hang on a second. No, wait.
This is how you overcome people, by shouting them down, Tommy.
Wait.
Let me say this.
No, Mary.
That's your blustering way of shutting people up.
No, that's
Tommy,
because I want to...
tell you.
No, you're not allowed to come on here and just talk endlessly.
No, I'm not going to talk endlessly.
If you make a point...
to make.
Yes, well,
I will tell you my 2 points.
Well, we'll deal with your points one at a time. Mary,
yes.
Mary.
Go on then.
We will deal with your points one at a time.
Go on then. You're not an animal, you say, or you think you're not any better than an animal.
No. First of all, okay?
Right.
First of all, you did not hear what I said.
Right. Go on then. Enlighten me.
How did I find that out?
By what I've just asked you.
Yeah, because you said that you were only half listening.
I was.
So, on the basis...
I did ask your young lady, and she said to come on and ask you yourself.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
Well, come on then, give me the answer.
Well, why, then, didn't you ask for clarification?
I'm asking you now.
Because if you do have reason, wouldn't it have been reasonable to have asked what it was I was trying to say?
Well, come on then, what are you trying to say?
I have a question for you.
Right.
Why didn't you do that yourself?
I am asking you now, so I'm backtracking. Come on, answer me.
That's not the answer to my question.
No, the question is, did you say you were satisfying your animal instinct?
You should be asking me to repeat what it was I said.
Repeat it then.
Right, why didn't you think of that yourself?
Repeat it now then.
Why didn't you think of asking me that yourself?
No, you're trying to get out of the answer. Repeat
I'm trying to establish that you're somebody who forms an opinion before you have any of the facts.
Right, go on then.
Is that true?
Give me the facts then.
Are you somebody who forms an opinion before
Probably yes. I jump in with both feet and then wish I hadn't. But come on, give me the facts then.
Why do you do that, and why does that make you better than an animal?
It doesn't. But anyway, I wasn't saying that I was better than an animal.
Yes, you said that 5 minutes ago. I've got it on tape. Would you like to hear it?
All right then. Go on, play it back then.
Would you like to hear that?
No. Come on
why
then.
Not?
Now, let's carry this discussion further.
Now you're saying...
Now let's carry this discussion further, Tommy. Come on. Play the game. We're having a discussion. We're not having an argument.
Yes, we are.
What? An argument? I don't argue with people. I discuss.
No, you don't.
I am.
You don't have the ability to discuss.
I'm trying to discuss with you.
No, you're not. You arrive at the radio, you haven't heard what somebody has said, but you want to condemn it.
Tommy. Well, answer me now then.
What? Which question?
Tommy, I asked you, did you say you were no better than animal, you satisfy your animal instincts, and that it hurts nobody?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, what were you saying then?
Which bit? I said a lot of things tonight.
Answer those questions, those statements that I've just made.
I say this, I say sex is great.
Yes.
So why not have it whenever you want to?
No.
No, that's what I say.
No, you shouldn't.
I didn't ask you.
How do you think we've got an explosion of AIDS, and in the old days, gonorrhea and syphilis?
Again, you weren't listening to what I said.
Why not? If you're advocating have sex wherever you want it, with whoever you want, and not necessarily your wife or one partner, that is not right.
You haven't listened to a word I've said, and yet you think I'm wrong.
That is the way it came over.
No, it didn't come over. You didn't hear properly.
Well, go on then, tell me what you did say then.
Do you know what?
What?
You heard half of what was said.
Yeah, well, I was cleaning my teeth at the time and running the tap. And I was thinking, my God, what's he saying on air?
You're a disgrace.
Thank you very much.
You're an absolute disgrace. You heard half of what was said.
Yes.
And that half of what you heard, you misunderstood. And I'll tell you what you did. You misunderstood it deliberately.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Because you wanted to believe that there was somebody saying something that you could get them on. And you can't get me. You can't get me. I'll tell you why you can't get me. Because you're not good enough, and because you're not decent enough.
Ah. How long have you been married, Tommy?
Because you want to condemn me, and I have no interest in condemning you. I have no interest in trapping you or getting you, but because you pitched up with your boxing gloves on, you're getting a right bloody pounding.
You're going at me because you know I've won. No. Bye, Tommy.
Coward. She's gone. Fantastic. Oh, that was quite good fun, wasn't it? 08459570057 is the number. You can text us on. That was super. Take the caller on line 1. Good evening, you're on Southern Counties Radio. Who's this?
Is that me?
Yes, it's you. Hello, what's your name?
Dorothy Ball in Stenning, West Sussex.
Hello, Dorothy.
Hello. I listened to your arguments. I think you're very self-opinionated.
Yes, that's right.
And I don't think they're valid at all.
Well, that makes you self-opinionated.
Not at all. We all have opinions, but we can make them politely, and we can stress them and not argue with other people. Your job is to talk on the radio. I listen to Paul.
Where does it say that?
I beg pardon?
Where does it say that my job is to talk on the radio?
Well, you are on the radio to produce and have a chat show. That's part of your contact.
I know what my job is. You don't.
I know what you're supposed to do. I work for the BBC. I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. You haven't got a clue what I'm supposed to do. How dare you?
You're not doing your job properly.
How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you? Just because you were somebody's clerk
I beg
broadcasting
your
house. Now you're telling me that you think that you know what my job is supposed to be. You haven't got a clue. How dare you?
How dare you say I was a clerk? You don't know what my job was either.
What were you?
I work for a producer.
As a clerk?
No.
What?
As a PA.
As a clerk?
No, as a PA.
I guessed you dead right. You're a clerk.
Well, you're self-opinionated on that.
Well, at least I guessed your job better than you guessed mine.
How do you qualify your
You got more clues about my job than I had about yours, but I guessed yours.
You did not guess mine.
I did. You're a clerk. Well, and by the way, what's wrong with being a clerk? I didn't say there was anything wrong with being a clerk.
I know you didn't.
You seem to think that you're above being a clerk.
I was.
Oh, you were above being a clerk?
Yes.
Well, I hope there are some clerks listening who you've put down quite nicely for no particular reason.
Put them down.
Yes, you have.
Not put them. We all progress in our jobs.
You're denigrating clerks.
I'm not denigrating clerks at all.
You are. You're saying you were better than a clerk.
I'm not going to argue with you because I heard that previous lady, and I think you treated her very badly. I'm not putting you down if you put her down, which I think was very bad policy. That's up to you how you do your job. But I'm just saying that I think your behaviour on this programme at times is quite abusive.
Thank you very much.
And quite aggressive.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you agree on that.
I do, absolutely.
Pardon?
I do, absolutely.
Oh, well, that's good, because at least now we know what we're talking about.
Well, I don't think there was any confusion, except perhaps for yourself.
Not at all. Not at all. I was merely stating an opinion, which you do very well.
Yes, I do, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Don't I, just?
And very, very, very aggressive.
I haven't had anybody come up past my knee yet.
No.
No.
That would be a job too, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it, eh?
Yeah, it would. It would indeed.
Fantastic.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. I'd love to see the day myself.
Yeah, I would too. But I just think that sometimes you can be over the top. You can be very aggressive and very, very unpleasant to people who listen or try to listen to this programme and get so infuriated by your self-opinionated...
Good, I'm glad. And I'll tell you why I'm glad. Because this country's got quite enough anaesthetic floating around. I think we need just a little bit more excitement, and I think we need a little bit more edge. We need a little bit more attitude. We need a little bit more sharp points. We need a little bit more spike. We need maybe a little bit more bar to get us going. We need to get our temperature raised. We need to get our pulse racing. We're all half asleep. We're all don't knows.
You think so?
I do.
And what were your opinion on this terrible, terrible earth-shattering earthquake? Don't you think people went for that and helped out on that one? Were we all apathetic and quiet on that? Because I don't think so. What was your attitude to that?
Oh, that's not a question yet.
It is a question.
It is not.
Well, I'm just asking you.
How can you have an opinion about an earthquake?
I asked you what your opinion was.
Yes, I know. Well, how can you have an opinion about an earthquake?
I have.
What's your earthquake opinion, then?
I think it's a terrible, terrible situation.
Good Lord, you don't think that an earthquake's a terrible, terrible situation? Hang on just a second, get me a pen. I must write that one down. Right, let's get this straight. You think that an earthquake is a terrible, terrible thing?
For the people who suffered.
Obviously!
Yes.
Obviously!
Yes.
I don't believe in stating the obvious.
No, you never do.
No, I don't.
No, you never do. You go all round it and don't qualify.
I don't. That's just a platitude. Of course, and the worst natural disaster for 300 years is a terrible thing. There's just no point in saying it.
Well, this is what people are thinking, who are trying to support these people and the poor little orphans out there. This is what they're thinking when they appeal to this.
Well, how can you ask someone what their opinion is? The question needs to be formed so that it focuses on a particular aspect or issue of the disaster. And who's that having a go?
My husband, he gets very cross with you.
Well, put him on then if he thinks he's so tough.
No, he wouldn't speak to you, I'm sorry, he wouldn't.
Why not then? Is he better than that?
I don't expect to answer that.
Well, then tell him to be quiet whilst you're talking to me. It's rude. Isn't it?
No.
Yes, it is.
He's giving me an opinion on my conversation with you. That's all he's saying, which he's quite entitled to. He was
I don't agree. Actually,
he was very cross that I rang up and took the trouble to try and talk to you.
Was he good? I'm pleased about that. What's his name?
No, I'm not going to discuss my husband with you on the phone. There's no need to do. I merely phoned you up to
Well, he's appeared on this programme. How are we going to log him?
I beg your pardon?
He's appeared on the programme. How are we going to log him as anonymous?
I'm sorry.
He has appeared on the programme.
He has?
Yes, we heard him talking.
Oh, well,
yes.
He hasn't appeared. That's just a verbal thing in the background. He hasn't appeared at all.
Yes, he has.
Any more than you've appeared. I hear you. I don't see you.
Yeah, but we have to log him. What do we log him as? Come on, woman, come to bed.
No.
What shall we log him as?
No. But no, the point being that I made...
Coward of East Grinstead.
No, I wouldn't. I shouldn't continue that tone anymore if I were you.
Why not? What's going to happen?
It's not very complimentary to anybody, really, is it? But anyway, disregarding
Well, why won't he come to the phone, then?
He didn't come to the phone. He's talking to me across the room.
I know, but you're talking to somebody else. That's rude. I was taught not to talk to people who are talking to somebody else.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
What do you mean, dear, oh, dear? That's true. I was taught that is manners.
You have manners?
Well, your husband doesn't.
I don't think you do on occasions either.
Well, let's talk about your husband.
Extremely rude.
I don't talk to people who are talking to somebody else.
That's very offensive indeed. And
Thank you very much.
As for your comments on Elvis Presley, they again are your opinion.
You're not an Elvis Presley fan, are you?
If I was, I wouldn't talk about you because I think he was good. He was a good performer.
No, he wasn't.
Well, this is what you're saying.
Trash. He was trash, and most of the people who think he's fantastic are pretty trashy.
This is your opinion. You're very detrimental to people's thoughts.
No, look, it's just a fact.
No, it's not a fact. It's
a fact.
It's not a fact.
Unlike some people, I've been around the block a few times. I've travelled. I've met all sorts. I've kept my eyes open. I've kept journals. I've watched. I've photographed. I've analysed. My opinions are based on travels.
Well, I've travelled extensively.
What,
I doubt
it.
Are they called?
Where?
I'm not going to list all the countries I've been to.
It's like that remark in Monty Python, isn't it? Yes, she's travelled. She's from Purley.
I've been to America. I've been all over Canada. I've been all over Europe, just to name a few. So I think I've travelled apart from going... But I've never been to Purley, actually. But I mean, so don't sort of try and...
Well, anyway, I enjoyed having a fight with you. It was quite good fun, wasn't it?
Okay.
It was quite good exercise for the mind.
Well, that's right.
Yes,
God knows we need that.
What?
I said, God knows we need that.
Well, you see, that's my point, mate. That is my point, isn't it? We all need to get G'd up a little bit more.
Well, I think we're quite G'd up enough in this country with the situation it is.
Now, why don't you stop disagreeing with absolutely everything I say? Well, I bet you if I was to tell you that your husband is the finest man on planet Earth, you say, well, I don't know about that.
No, I wouldn't discuss it. No, I think the point is that you have your opinion, you have your comments, same as I do. I mean, that's just part of life's little pattern. But I certainly wouldn't condemn anyone for having opinions. God knows, this is what it's all about.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much indeed for your call. Your points one at a time. Mary, yes. Mary.
Go on then.
We will deal with your points one at a time.
Go on then. You're not an animal, you say, or you think you're not any better than an animal.
No. First of all, okay.
Right.
First of all, you did not hear what I said.
Right. Go on then. Enlighten me.
How did I find that out?
By what I've just asked you.
Yeah, because you said that you were only half listening.
I was.
So, on the basis...
I did ask your young lady, and she said to come on and ask you yourself.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
Well, come on then, give me the answer.
Well, why, then, didn't you ask for clarification?
I'm asking you now.
Because if you do have reason... Wouldn't it have been reasonable to have asked what it...
Over. Yeah. And you said it was to satisfy your animalistic instinct.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you better than an animal?
No, sir. Which animal are you better than?
Well, I reason. I have reasoning powers, and I think you should live
a more
ethical life. And also, you say it doesn't harm anybody.
When you say better...
Let me say my piece, Tommy.
No, I won't. No, because...
This is how you overcome people, by shouting them down, Tommy.
No, wait.
Let me say this.
No, Mary.
That's your blustering way of shutting people up.
No, that's because I want to...
tell you.
No, you're not allowed to come on here and just talk endlessly.
No, I'm not going to talk endlessly.
If you make a point...
to make.
Yes, well, we'll do...
I will tell you my 2 points.
Well, we'll deal with it. We go now to Worthing, and Mary is on line 2. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Tommy.
Mary.
I was cleaning my teeth and only half listening to you, just turning on the radio. Were you advocating that people should have sex if they want it, whether they're married or not, just for the sheer hell of it?
Well,
was that your message?
No, I put it better than that, but...
Well, that was the meaning that came